One busted epic champion for every single dungeon boss inside of Raid Shadow Legends, starting off with Iron Twins. Let's do this. It's Geomancer. Geomancer is the man, Geomancer is the dwarf. He's absolutely insane. Crazy boss killer. Champion, of course, we can debuff an HP burn, very effective, as well as all kinds of max HP damage on his passive against the Iron Twins boss. Just a stupendously powerful champion. It can basically do the job of a solo damage dealer going into Iron Twins. Great stuff. However, I do also have another backup pick by the name of Mr. Knight. What's his first name? Stag. Okay, don't question his mother's decision. It's a great name. Good old Stag Knight, excellent into basically all affinities of Iron Twins, of course, apart from magic, where he's going to struggle with weak hits and all of that. But decreased speed debuff is a massive deal to bring along into most Iron Twins teams, and keeping it maintained to the boss as much as possible is going to be massive, right? So having him be able to place a decreased speed debuff and double hitter A1 with a 50% chance on each hit of placing strong decreased speed allows him to fulfill one of those decreased speed debuffer roles. Of course, Stag Knight plus one other champion that's placing decreased speed is going to be ideal, but he's also going to take care of decreased defense and decreased attack. And so good old Staggy is going to be able to fit into most of your teams if you're progressing through Iron Twins for the first time. And I would show these champions in action, but I've already spent my keys mistakenly, and I don't want to go drop 150 gems to refresh my keys. Not on any day that's not a Sunday, at least, man. Before we get to the rest of the dungeons, if you were looking to create a new Raid Shadow Legends account, I'm just, what are you waiting for, man? Use the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box. Just click on that link and use that link to create your new Raid account for all of the free stuff that you see on screen right now, man. Double legendary stat, 3 free epic champions as you level up your account, and all that good stuff. God, man. You ever see me rubbing the chest in the videos? I injured my chest in the gym like 7 months ago or something, like a long bloody time ago at this point. It's never fully recovered, man. It's never been the same. I have to go so much lighter now with chest exercises and stuff. My boobs are withering away, just not getting trained properly. Oh, what a disaster. Okay, God. You know what it was, man? I had my elbows too flared up doing like a pressing movement, and it put all kinds of strain across. Whatever, man. You guys don't give a damn about that. Let's get on to our dungeon champion cheat codes for the 4 main dungeons inside of this game. Starting off, once again, with Fire Knight. I'm going to try and keep it limited to 1 pick per dungeon if I can. If you disagree with any of these picks, I'd love to hear about it down below in the comments. There's a lot of great champions that I won't be touching on in this video after all. But for normal mode Fire Knight, what are we talking about, man? You know who it is. I mean, Allure is just a cheat code. She's actually a cheat code champion in Fire Knight. Like, you can combine Allure with just like any ally attack champion, really, and she can solo do the job of not just cracking the boss's shield, you know, in many cases, but also just solo controlling the boss's turn meter with a triple hitter A1, decrease the target's turn meter by 25% on each crit. Of course, against the Fire Knight boss, you just disable A2 and A3 completely, just have her spam the crap out of this A1 skill, and as long as you've taken care of, you know, your other bases, like covered other bases against the boss, a decreased speed debuff, an increased speed buff for your champions, you know, you're good. She's just gonna solo the boss completely in terms of its core mechanic, which is controlling that 10 meter. And hey, mate, just in case you don't believe us, he's a team, budget. I don't know why I started talking like a chav there for a moment. Ooh, I turned into a northern chav for a moment there. This is a stage 25 team. Of course, there's a bunch of empowered champions and stuff, but the point is, if you're just trying to clear your way through to like hard mode Fire Knight for the first time, or just farm stage 20, then a squad like this is going to do a great job, and Allure is doing most of the heavy lifting against the boss. So here's the example. If you don't believe us, mate, I guess I'll just go ahead and skip through the waves. But against the waves, I've also disabled the Allure's A2 skill and A3 as well. So again, she's just spamming the A1 against the waves, right? It's like her only job here is just to exert control over these nerds, and I find that that's the best way to use the Allure. Did the Glade Wolf actually miss the provoke on all 5 enemies just now, by the way? What are we doing? Glade Wolf! Bad doggo. Okay, man. Let's skip ahead.
Oh, this wave kill speed is just, I'm just, man, I can feel my life slipping, just passing me by, you know?
Oh, bloody hell. I got distracted scrolling on Facebook. I'm at the screen, and here we are, man. We're at the boss now. I totally missed breaking the boss's shield stacks, but you get the idea, right? We've got a decreased speed champion on the team with good old Glade Wolf doing his thing. And as you can see, the 10 meter decrease from Allure is, I mean, it's not just good, it's disgusting. It's absurd. I mean, it's just on another level. And like the real benefit of Allure as well is not just that she's a crazy cheat code into Fire Knight as well, because she's probably like the best just single target out now 10 meter controller in the game, unless like we're going to compare it to our man's or something because he has a 10-meter steal, but we're talking like a very hard to get legendary champion at that point. Allure is going to find basically eternal value in your account into Dark Fae as well. So more advanced bosses in Dark Fae can show up randomly in things like Cursed City. It's like, you're always going to get value out of Allure at the end of the day, man. So she's kind of a must-build for every single account in the video game known as Raid Shadow Legends. You might have heard of it. Next up we have not a different dungeon, but rather the same dungeon, but on hard mode. Hard mode Fire Knight, you can consider this a whole separate dungeon on its own, right? Where the onus changes from decreased 10-meter champions, so Allure becomes kind of bloody useless in hard mode Fire Knight, besides the fact she brings a multi-hitter, which is still fine, but you need a multi-hitter freeze debuff a champion to take into hard Fire Knight. And for me, there's really nothing better than, where is he, man? Where's Creodan? There he is. The man himself. This guy right here, bro. Triple hitter A1 each hit with a 35% chance of blitzing freeze debuff for 110 is very, very good. But the reason I like Creodan so much is that, honestly, he takes care of the babysitter role as well, getting your team to the boss with a double hitter A2 and a 3-turn, attacking all enemies 2 times each hit with a 65% chance of blitzing freeze debuff for 110. Just makes it so that the waves are a non-factor going into hard Fire Knight. They're going to be crowd controlled 100% of the time if you've got a Creodan on the squad, you know. Well, sometimes he needs a little bit of help, but for the most part, he handles that job, and he also takes care of increased speed buff and a little bit of 10-meter fill on his A3 as well. And so, yeah, he brings a lot. He's awesome. Neldor Rhineblade is going to be the honorable mention. Another fantastic, fantastic option with a big multi-hitter freeze on his A1 skill. Also brings a quad hitter on the A2 for busting down the boss's shield stacks. And he places an AoE decrease speed on his A3. So honestly, Neldor and Creodan together are sort of like the ultimate trump card to take into hard Fire Knight and get you started in there for the first time. But Neldor for me is kind of the real star of the show. I've never beaten Stage 9 hard Fire Knight before. Could this team do it? I don't even know. Let's just throw it in and see what's up. So I'm obviously pairing these guys up with Yakal and with a bunch of ally attack champions to try and get as much mileage out of their multi-hitters against the boss as humanly possible. But yeah, this is the squad, and this is what the Neldor's about to do to the wave, man. Wait for it. There's the decreased speed from the Neldor. Then the Creodan comes in and freezes all but one, which then the Yakal comes in and freezes up as well. So just insane total control against the waves, which is lovely jubbly, means you don't have to worry about them. And now that the cheeks of the waves have been thoroughly clapped until red raw, let's see if we have what it takes to actually take on the boss here. So we're going to spam out a bunch of ally attacks. I don't know why I've never tried to progress in this before, to be fair, but we're going to give it a go now. We've got crazy ally attackers on the scene, which are going to help out with our multi-hitter freeze champions by a hell of a lot. Bust down the boss's shield stacks. Now we're going to land some freezes bloody pronto. Ugh. Decreased speed, decreased 10-meter. Is it going to be enough, man, to get this done? It's really, really tight. Oh my god. The problem is, if the boss gets even one counter attack off, we don't have up a decreased attack, so oh god. That's what happens. Okay. Whatever. It's stage mode. Stage mode. Christ, what is it? Stage 9 hard Fire Knight, okay? I obviously need a bit more of a refined team in order to make this happen, but hopefully demonstrated just what a Creodan can do for getting your foot in the door, man. Next up, we've got Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair is going to be real easy. I'm not even going to show any example clips of this. Why? I don't have this epic champion built, okay? But if it took me a bit longer to progress into Dragon's Lair, this is the champion I would build. His name is Dark, okay? That's actually his first name. I'm not even playing, right? His mother named him Dark is his first name, and his second name is Kale. This guy's mental. This guy's crazy. He's nuts. He's the cursed child, man. He's unbelievable. On his A1, he brings a triple hitter, each hit with a chance to instantly activate poison debuffs, which is just crazy. Obviously going to be fantastic for just dealing crazy direct damage against the boss, given that his A3 is a triple poison and poison sensitivity debuff on a 3-turn cooldown, so that's amazing against the dragon boss itself. And his A2 brings that all-important decrease attack debuff as well, which is equally fantastic and kind of crucial and kind of mandatory to bring into Dragon to a certain point. In fact, oh, wait a minute, before in fact, on his passive, he also decreases the crit rate of enemies under 2 or more poison debuffs by 15%. So it just reduces the chance that you're just going to get freakishly crit by, on like 3 or 4 of your champions by the Dragon, and just one-shot some of your guys if like the clear is very much on a knife's edge, you know. He helps to shoot that up as well, so great damage dealer, great defensive option, and honestly, for hard mode Dragon, Dark Kale's going to be my pick there as well, so we're really not going to spend very long on Dragon, are we? Honestly, into hard mode Dragon, it feels like just bring along a cleanser, and the decreased attack debuff becomes even more mandatory, so that you don't get your cheeks clapped. by a giant reptile. Okay, which is, nobody wants that, man. So Dark Gale is going to be the pick for both of those. Next up, man, Spider's Den, starting off with normal mode Spider. Let's take a second, by the way. I don't know what's going on with my commentary in this video. I'm talking about clap cheeks and all of that. Like, I'm crazy as hell in today's commentary. I apologize if it's throwing anybody off. It's supposed to be an educational channel over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be a professional, man. I've got my little dress shirt on and stuff. I'm supposed to be Professor Cobb, and I'm just, I don't know. When it comes to Spider, though, honestly, if I gotta, like, there are a lot of ways you could go with this. We could go with, like, a mass HP banner, epic champion. We could be talking about the likes of a bloody Ruella, who takes care of, like, weaken, decreased defense, decreased speed, all in one skill, and then some 10-meter steal on an A1. Great progression epic champion overall. But is she a cheat code? No, man. For cheat codes, for me, there can only be one. And believe you me, it ain't Raiden from the Mortal Kombat movie in the 90s. If anybody's following how I'm linking Raiden from the Mortal Kombat movies to "there can only be one" as a quote, I'm impressed, man. You're old school. But the rest of you guys who have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, no, you're not missing that much, really. Here's the squad, ladies and gentlemen. I give you Achak the Wenderin. This guy into Spider is crazy. Is nuts, right? Hide your spiderlings, man, because he's coming to freeze him, dude. I'm telling you, right? This A3, 310 cooldown, attack all enemies, 90% chance perk to placing a freeze debuff for 110 on enemies whose attack is higher than their defense. That's spiderlings, by the way. And then places burn on enemies who have higher defense than attack. Why is this so good? Because of the passive. Oh, man. This passive is crazy, dude. Forget the healing bit. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 10% every time a spider under a freeze debuff gets a turn. No cooldown on this passive. Dude, I mean, only downside to Achak actually is that he's not very good into stage 20 Spider because he's negative affinity. So he weak hits a lot with this A3. So we're going to go ahead and throw him in to Spider stage 19 instead, which is going to be a little bit easier for us, of course. But again, like, bear in mind, like, to go beyond stage 20 on an Achak like this, he's missing a banner. He could be even faster in terms of speeds, and the faster your Achak is and the faster your 10-meter controllers are, the further you can go with an Achak team to just unlock Hard Spider for the first time. And as we all know, Hard Spider is actually Easy Spider. As far as I'm concerned, you know, it goes from having to control the spiderlings to just... Dude, why did the freeze land on so few? It's a 90% chance to land the freeze, and we missed it on 4 spiders, bro. I mean, still, the 10-meter boost is going to be crazy as hell. It's in any time one of the frozen spiders gets a 10, it's a 10% 10-meter boost. And so, as you can see, our team is getting boosted like crazy. We're going to take all kinds of attacks at the cult out, which is bloody annoying. I can't believe how few spiderlings we actually landed it on, but whatever. We landed on enough to go ahead and this time land the freeze on basically all of the spiderlings, which is what we're really looking for. And... yeah, you get so much 10-meter boost in a fast Achak that he gets around again to using the freeze before the spiderlings really get to start attacking on in, which is perfect. It also hugely increases the speed of all your 10-meter boost, sorry, all your decreased 10-meter champions because they're moving so quick because of all those 10-meter fills. It's just a great little team, and he's an awesome little cheat code. Team like this gets even better if you can go ahead and like replace some of these champions with the likes of a Mordecai or like any AoE HP burner can work great in a team composition like this as well. Now, when it comes to hard mode Spider, cheat code champions, what are we talking about here? Now, I know that you can do some crazy nonsense with the likes of an Akemptum in hard mode Spider, and that's because of some like weird spaghetti coding and how Akemptum's passive works. So you've got to get like some kind of legendary AoE poison champion or something like that and pair it up with the Akemptum in order to make it happen, and it's a very strange kind of finicky build. So I'm a bit reticent to go ahead and pick Akemptum as my cheat code champion. I've never actually built a crazy Akemptum one-shot team before myself, so I can't exactly demonstrate it in a video either, but you can do some insane stuff. Maybe I've got to go ahead and do that, actually show off the Akemptum team at some point on the channel, but for now, honestly, I think my hard Spider champ pick will be very simple and just not that exciting. Hard mode Spider is just about killing the spiderlings off as much as brutally as you possibly can on repeat while keeping up a decreased defense, weaken, and a decreased attack debuff against the boss. And that's it. You just win at hard Spider. For that purpose, I think I'd be fine with just running Royal Guard as the aura lead and making him my pick. He's not particularly good at hard spider, but there are a few epic champions that are, to be fair, in terms of like a cheat code champion. But you just bring an ally attack aura in dungeons by 35%, which can be big for giving you all of your other damage dealers on the team just more damage against the spiders, and it does do enemy max HP damage against the boss as well. So, you know, is he really the one carrying this team? Now, let's be real, it's all about the Warmaster Athorian here, who's going to do insane max HP damage against the boss and kill all the spiderlings at the same time, which every spiderling you kill deals percentage health damage against the boss as well, so watch this. Oh! Warmaster Athorian is just absolutely disgusting. And then the Royal Guard's going to come in and hit for like 1.5 million, which is... it's fine, like it's alright, he's helping, but really his aura more than anything is what's helping out the team here. Isn't that what kids say these days, man? The son of a gun's got aura, you know what I'm saying? Kids these days don't say son of a gun. Whatever, man, I like saying son of a gun. Next up, Ice Golem, easy. All you gotta do in Ice Golem to win the video game, particularly in normal mode, but also in hard mode as well, is prioritize living, okay? Don't die. That's your job in Ice Golem, okay? Just don't die, bro. What's the problem, right? I'm oversimplifying it a little bit, but you know what I mean. Focus on increased defense buffs, block debuffs buffs, healing on an AoE, a little bit of revive action, an ally protect champion, a decreased attack debuff against the boss. Oh, that's like 50% of the battle right there. So getting a good, reliable decrease attack champion against the boss. It's huge. And so for me, to be honest, going into normal mode Golem, it doesn't get much better for me than Miscreated Monster Man. This guy right here, the Miscreated Monster Man himself. Has an attack all enemies on an AoE, brings a chance to stun on his A2. This is great for just helping you get through the waves a little bit of wave control. It does get you to the boss, you know, but the stun is also quite useful against the boss's minions as well, preventing those nerds from attacking on in and placing, you know, heal reduction debuffs and all of those annoying things that the boss's minions do. It also provides a massive stonk and shield on this A2 as well, so you've got to be building your Miscreated Monster with usually crit rate gauntlets, crit damage amulet, you still got to build him with a lot of HP because he's an ally protector, so you're building almost like a ally protector damage dealer hybrid kind of deal. You want this A2 to hit quite hard because the harder this thing hits, the bigger the shield is. He also brings an ally protect as well. Yes, it's on a 4-turn cooldown, but also yes, it's on a 3-turn duration. So that's bloody good. It kind of doesn't matter that it's on a 4-turn cooldown with the duration being so long, you know. So ally protect, AoE shields, wave control, decent damage against the waves, bit of control against the boss's minions, also brings a chance to stun on his A1 as well, you know, like, it's pretty good. Honestly, I could have probably put Miscreated Monster as the cheat code champion at the spider as well, because this A2 is so good and produces massive shields into Spider's Den also, but I'm going to go ahead and name him as my normal mode Ice Golem freak, right, nerd cheat code champion. For hard mode Ice Golem, honestly, I'll just call it Fenax. You'll never regret building Fenax, ever. Hardest hitting A1 of any epic champion in the game, and honestly, even among legendary champions, his A1 hits so hard, he's probably only out-damaged by, like, Acrizia. Like, we're talking single target A1s. Like, Acrizia, Teox, is that it? The man hits like a truck, okay? He hits extremely hard with this A1 skill because it's a double hit, and it also brings a longer block revive as well, which is stupendous against the boss's minions. And so, yeah, I do use Fenax. As you can see, this is my hard mode Ice Golem team on my own main account. Still use the Fenax, and he still pops off, you know? So, yeah, we'll just breeze over Ice Golem real quick, then move on to Sand Devil's Necropolis, where we're also just going to breeze over things, because, I mean, who else is it possibly going to be, right? Wait a minute, where is she? I still got my Donatello team set up there, which I was sort of demonstrating in a video. There's no suspense about this either. You all know who it is, man. Of course it's going to be Godseeker and Eerie. Why? Because of this. Okay, wait a minute, we're on the wrong stage. Why? Because of this. Because of this, I say again. There we go, man. We're just going to throw in the Iniri. She's speed-tuned just right, and she's also built in Immortal Gear. Oh, God, so I didn't set her as the team leader. Okay. Do over, goddammit. So, why? Cause of this. We're going to get there in the end, boys. Cause of this. Okay. She gets one-shotted by the boss, she revives herself, she revives your HP burner champion, which in this case is a ninja, which is lovely to have, but not absolutely necessary by any means. And then the Godseeker and Neri's only job is to live until the boss uses the one-shot again, and because their speed tuning is just right, it means that her revive, her self-revive, and then her revive and the ninja will come back off of cooldown at just the right time. Immortal Gear, Regeneration Gear, as you can see, is going to help to keep her alive. She picks herself back up, she picks the ninja back up, Bob Shunkle, finish your rant, Sand Devil's dead, Aniri is your gal, Ninja is the man, and she's the cheat code champion for Sand Devils.
And lastly, we've got
Phantom Shogun's Grove. Ooh. There's a few ways that I could go with this one. I could just make it Aniri again, because if you're going to run like the crit damage tank strategy, which I think just like everybody does, actually, now I think of it, where I've got like Renegade built as a high crit damage champion. The highest crit damage on the team is the Renegade, so that she takes all of the smacks, and then you just got to have God tier healer to help keep your crit damage tank alive. It doesn't have to be an Aniri. She's very, very good at the job. It could be Wrecked Drath, you know. What's also very, very important, though, for Phantom Shoguns is to have a champion on the squad that brings a 3-turn cooldown cleanse, okay? And then you got to speed tune that champion just correctly, okay? So it could be Mithrala Lifebane. I use her for this just because I accidentally built my Mithrala to have the perfect speed in Sand Devils, so into Phantom Shoguns. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm using the Mithrala then as my cleanser, you know, because she just happened to fall into that speed range. That speed being 279 to 290 speed, right? They've got to be within that range, and my Mithrala was just accidentally that, and so she is my cleanser. However, and the reason that you need a cleanse, by the way, going into this sucker is the Shogun himself is going to place Enfeeble on your Enfeeble tank, and this one cannot be removed off your team. You've always got to have your crit damage target taking that Enfeeble debuff. That's protected. But Akamori will then try to apply the debuff spread effect with this A2 skill, taking that Enfeeble debuff and placing it on all enemies, which basically means you're dead. Like, it's just over. If your entire team gets Enfeeble and you're not removing it like clockwork, you're done, okay? That's why you've got to build a 3-turn cooldown cleanse champion at just the right speed, and set up their team presets just correctly, which I believe I have my Mithrala set to open with anything that's not her cleanse, right? So it could be a 1 or a increased defense skill or whatever. It doesn't matter. She's got to use her cleanse as the second skill that she uses in the fight and then prioritize it for the rest of the fight. However, best epic champion for this job? Where is she, man? Where is she? Where is she? Oh, there she is, man. There is she. Good old Doom Priest can do this job incredibly well. A Doom Priest, you can just build her out to be within those speed brackets, 279 to 290 like I talked about. And with that passive, she's not only going to help be one of the chief healers on your team, which is bloody lovely. You can't get enough healing to keep your crit damage tank alive after all, but she's also going to be removing debuffs like clockwork. And so as soon as that Enfeeble debuff gets spread across your entire team, bam! The Doom Priest is going to come in, cleanse it off of everybody, and save the run from disaster. Good thing about a Doom Priest as well is that she's a pretty good progression epic. You can use her into Hydra and stuff when you're just getting started in Hydra for the first time, and various other areas of the game too where you just need a good consistent cleanse. She's good into Amius later on as well in Doom City. In Cursed City. But honestly, she's very much a progression epic for the most part, and she'll kind of fall out of favor on your account over time as you get better legendary cleanses and stuff like the Elvas of this world and stuff like that. And the thing is with Mithrala and Elva and these legendary cleanses, you don't want to keep them stuck at like 280 speed forever on your account. It's more likely you're going to want to upgrade and tweak the builds on champions like Mithrala and like Elva and these other sort of powerhouse champions over time, and eventually increase their speeds even further, or maybe specialize some of these champions for PvP and all sorts of things. Whereas a Doom Priest, it's like you can kind of build a Doom Priest at like 282 speed or something for Shogun, and then forget about it, because you're probably not going to use it everywhere else on your account forever. You know, you can leave her at that speed, forget about her, she becomes your dedicated Phantom Shogun's cleanser, and you never have to worry about it ever again. Which, to be fair, is something I should probably do on my main account. That said, Mithrala's really good for the job as well, because she also brings an increased defense, as well as a strengthen buff, as well as some shields. So she really helps to keep your crit damage tank alive, but just saying, if you're progressing through Phantom Shoguns for the first time, a Doom Priest can do a great job. As an honorable mention for Phantom Shoguns, I'm not going to go too much into this, but you can run a Tulf the Maimed in very high-end gear and have him solo the boss. But honestly, Who's building Tolf the Maimed, you know? Have his reviews updated? You know what, man? People actually putting some respect on Phantom Shogun's Tolf. I'm over here talking smack about him. Maybe he can go ahead and build him to solo the crap out of Shoguns. Issue is that he's absolutely useless. I mean, everywhere else in the game, you know, so you can take it or leave it. And there you have it, man. There's all of the dungeons covered. My top pick, at least, for just a cheat code epic for every single dungeon area in the game. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys did enjoy this one, man. If you did, make sure to like on the video and all that good stuff. Feel free to drop down below in the comments any champions that you feel like I missed in this video. It's always interesting to read through those and see what options people have built out that maybe I didn't think of. And I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later after reminding you all about the beginner promo link that's down below this video at the top of the description box. Best beginner promo link going if you're looking to start off a new raid account in 2025, man.